Mad Max Radio, Live 365, iHeartRadio. Barbara Magnolfi joins me here for the show here tonight. You know her from Suspiria and Olga, The Devil's Disciples, Sister of Ursula. She's been in a lot of films. We're going to get into some of them tonight. Seeds, of course. Welcome to the show. How's everything going?
Good. Thank you. Thank you for having
Uh,
me.
uh, of course. I
Nice to
want.
meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well. How's
Yeah.
everything going for you? How's everything in this year so far?
Wow. No, so, less work than I had before because.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hope I got some things that are coming up,
Mhm.
so
I saw
hopefully
there's
it's
one
gonna pick
movie in
up.
post-production that you've been working on. It's been in talks for a while. It's in post-production still.
Oh yeah, it is. That's you're talking about the witches with the
Sand.
of the sands.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie actually started in during the shutdown, the pandemic. And the director is a British guy, Tony Marden, and he contacted me. I'm like, what? We can. So we shot it remotely. It was kind of a weird experience, but I'm glad it happened because you know what I'm saying? Like we kept out creating the pandemic. That was a
Oof.
crazy. Yeah. So, I recruited a friend of mine that was in town for something else, and she said, "Yeah, I'm down for it." So I used her for the camera, and we shot it in my building at the time where I used was crazy, but you know, and but then it kept going on because when things reopened,
Hmm.
then he added more, and but the story is about that actually.
Okay.
It's a whole bunch of um, names in the. It's a tribute to horror films and
Hmm.
of all times. So yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be cool. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I know the fans will be looking forward to see it. I know it's been, like I said, I mentioned before that it's been in production for a while now, especially with the pandemic and everything. So we could really
Yeah.
start from the beginning. I was doing my research on you. You fell in love with the arts and performing at the age of 2. What was it that attracted you right away from it? Because I know you had a typewriter at a young age and were kind of creating things on your own. So what
Yeah, I was
drew
like
you in?
very young, like super young. And I was playing, I had, well, basically a tough situation,
Hmm.
family wise, right? So I live with my mother and living nanny, right? But sort of my mother didn't want me. Let's just cut it short, right? So what happened is I was very lonely and I felt not wanted. I,
Hmm.
I, I picked it up, I mean, the way things were. And so I had that, I was in this room. It was a huge typewriter, the old typewriters. And I just playing with it.
Hmm.
And basically, yeah, that's what happened. I used to put a paper in the typewriter. I scrambled it up, and I typed, and then I would take the paper out, and I would read whatever imaginary thing I wrote. So I started very young, and
Hmm.
then um, later on, not so much later, I started ballet classes, and um, that really hit me. Especially, there was the piano music live. Somebody was performing like and be able to move and express myself um, that way, freely. It was better than that I could do at home, and I definitely fell in love with that as well.
Hmm.
So it was all kinds of art forms, really. The writing, my imagination was like super high. and then the ballet, and then obviously, performing. Yeah,
And it worked out because even in Suspiria, you're in the ballet class, so that's how it
right.
all connected.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Suspiria was yes, Suspiria is the highlight, like what got me from being a working actress still, before, and getting quite noticed because I did a few films before Suspiria.
Hmm. Suspicious Death of
Three,
a Minor, 13.
yeah, so
Hmm.
Suspicious Death of a Minor. I did a movie at 13 years old,
Hmm.
which I'm not credited for, but that was like a major director, and Antonio Pietrangeli, who actually was his last film, and then another director called Zurlini completed the film. And this has nothing to do with horror, by the way, but you know, um, um, I played the first love interest of the lead character,
Hmm.
flashback, and but that was amazing.
Hmm.
Like at 13 years old, like being on set for me was like, okay, it was like deja vu.
Hmm.
This is where I belong, and there was no doubt in my mind. And then I got confirmed by the director that said, well, my God, you like whatever he said in Italian, uh, that I was a natural, that I felt right at ease in front of the camera, and that it was obviously a chosen it was a chosen thing for me. There was no other thing that I wanted to do.
No, it worked out. Did Dario? Because I did my research on the process of you meeting him giving you the script that was like 200 pages.
Was a
was there?
big script, yeah.
Yeah, was there something that he knew in particular why he wanted you specifically for the part of Olga? I know you were known, especially doing billboard work. You were on some billboards. You were
Yeah, I
known
was all over
already.
the place at the time. Yeah, I was like, as I said, um, no surprise, that, obviously I was noticed by quite a few people at the time. I
Hmm.
was like, um, but when Dario called me through my agent, right, I was in Marbella in Spain. I had finished the film, and I just arrived for the weekend. I don't know, take a break, right? And I get the valet, by the pool, comes by the pool with a silver platter. He said, "Man, you got a message." I say, "Okay." I read the message, like my agent wants me to get on the next flight because um, Dario Argento
Mm.
wanted to meet me. So that's what happened. I flew back. I think it was the same night I flew back,
Hmm.
and the morning after I was in Dario Argento's production office. And it was one kind of audition, that one. It wasn't an audition. I don't know what it was, but it turned out okay then.
It
You
did.
know, yeah,
Hmm. You were
yeah,
heavily part of this film, especially being the one that gets the prey for the main witches in this. Now, because I've read online, is it true that you were supposed to be in the ending, but the scene didn't make it at the end? Olga was supposed to
yeah.
be in it.
I was supposed to be in the ballet. That's why they
Hmm.
wanted somebody who could dance. And I had 10 years of ballet training, and I definitely had danced before what they were going to see, the Bolshoi.
Hmm.
Um, so when all the students go to watch the show, the ballet, I was supposed to be dancing at that because but that would have been giving it away too much
Hmm.
who I was, right? So people, were a mystery as to where what who I was, in the film. But, I'm really a little witch, that basically was already at the last year and not living there
Hmm.
strategically. That So, but that didn't get shot.
Hmm.
Something happened, and Dario decided while that was happening, and we were supposed to shoot it, he decided against it. He thought that it wasn't needed. It would cut
Hmm.
into the last suspense. And I agree, but I got cut short. But
Hmm.
still, I'm very. And we joke with Dario, and we always say we did a good job. We
You
did
did.
a good job. Yeah.
Hmm. You also were preparing for this part as more like a cat and a panther.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
did. For some reason, I channeled it that way,
Hmm.
because I was very feline looking
Hmm.
already. I had, young, kind of beautiful, but also dark, and so I totally channeled the role that way. It just came to me, and like the panther or a feline will catch the prey, like will go. So that's what I did. But it worked out because, Dario wanted to, the film at the begin, the story was about teenagers. There were supposed to be teenagers,
Hmm.
but, obviously um, they wouldn't let him do that. Uh, Especially in Italy at the time. And so he wanted to keep that though
Hmm.
in the film. Like if it was like a school of girls that were like 13 years old.
Hmm.
And so the style of performing and acting, he wanted to keep that childlike, um, but very cheeky for me anyway. Um, yeah.
Hmm. With the
So
doorknobs too.
yeah, the doorknobs and the big, the sets were
Hmm.
humongously like high, like very. Um, it was kind of intimidating.
Yeah, it does
Yeah,
have a character of its own, the set.
yeah, right,
How
exactly.
how
Yeah,
long were you on the set for? Because I know you were also in the editing room with him. You were involved a lot more than just being in the film as Olga.
yeah. We became, as I said, with Dario was one kind of a of a meeting, but we connected. We clicked. He was like we definitely clicked, and then we saw each other for before the movie, during the movie, after the movie, and during the editing. I met Claudio Simonetti and the Goblins then,
Hmm.
but especially Claudio, uh, whom I'm friend with still. I
Wow.
still Yeah, I'm still going. Every time he comes to US and
Hmm.
he's in US now, I try to go and make a surprise appearance. Well, we're good friends. Yeah. Yeah, we kept those connections, which is great, which
Yeah.
is, you know,
Hmm.
um, yeah. And I was it was fascinating to
Hmm.
see how, they put the music to it, and it
Yeah.
was very interesting,
Hmm.
especially like the editing was different at the time.
Hmm.
um I remember vividly, like I had a lot of fun doing that with them, what I'm saying, visiting.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Were you there for like the set scenes as far as like the hanging and then the scene with the barbed wire? I mean, no, it's not barbed wire, of course, but were you there for like
well, it was Barbara. She did get
it
hurt
was in the
quite.
bar? Yeah, I heard that she got cut. Yeah.
She got caught and she got hurt. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. um Was I there in the editing room, you mean?
Kind of like it was
In the on the set?
on the set.
On set, I think the barbed wire scene was shot the same time that I was on set. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pavlos was creepy too. He played a
Oh,
good.
Pablo, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an amazing cast. It was an amazing cast.
hmm
Like, I mean, the first day on set, I was like, oh my gosh, pinch me, right? Like, how does this feel? I'm like, wow, John Bennett, I'm like Hollywood legend.
hmm
And then Jessica Harper, with whom she's great. I just seen her in the movie, the Phantom of Paradise. And
hmm
then, Alida Valli. It was full of it was amazing.
hmm
Alida Valli is the one I actually connected with the most.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the film too, because it was shot for English and then it was dubbed in Italian and then it had to redub it for English. They had to,
I don't know about that. Yeah, we
I
did
read that online. Yeah,
every film in Italy has been dubbed.
it's been dubbed.
Yeah, they all been dubbed.
hmm
But this one, I heard as well that everybody was speaking their own language. But as far as I'm concerned, um, I spoke English when
hmm
Jessica was there, right? And I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's true or not that everybody spoke their own. But either way, the film were always dubbed in Italy.
mm
So
Yeah. Did Dario ever tell you how he came up with the title for Suspiria? I know I've seen people say that it's to whisper, to sigh. That's kind of the meaning of the phrase. Did
yeah,
he ever
it
tell you
comes
how he
from
got?
Latin. Yeah, from Latin and French. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
suspiriorium. Yeah, it comes from Thomas de Quincey, the story that he wrote actually, which is Mater Suspiriorium, I think. Um, and that's where I think he got it from. And also the three mothers also come from those from his writings. But no, I don't know. He never told me. We never talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
I know what it means, how it comes about, but
Mm-hmm.
no. And
No.
it's funny because people ask me, what does that mean? Yeah. Yeah. But
Yeah,
it's kind of perfect.
it stands out.
It stands out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the perfect title and it stood the test of time. I know I've heard your thoughts on the remake. How was the screening for the original, the one that you're a part of? Because you went to the screening for the remake. I know that. I saw some footage online. How was the screening for this film?
I didn't go to the screening of my film, of the one I
Oh.
mean. No, I was already, where was I? I was shooting another movie. I wasn't even, yeah. But I find out big time that the effect it had, because the morning after it came out, or a day after it came out, I was going on set and I was picked up by the driver that would pick me up in the morning at 4:30 in the morning. I
Mhm.
had a lot of makeup stuff to do. Um, so I go as usual. I go as usual. And Suspiria, in the meantime, had come out a couple of days before. And I go, I'm like half asleep, 4:30 in the morning. I opened the door of my building, of the place where I used to live in Rome, full of paparazzi, full of paparazzi. I couldn't go out, shut the door. I had to go out the other way. And that was Suspiria coming out. So it was big,
hmm
especially in France. Before it was big in Italy, in France, was crazy.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can only
So,
imagine.
but after Suspiria, I could not. And that was the end of my privacy. That was like I could not go around. I could not go around without being, yeah,
Hmm.
it was that big. Yeah.
Wow.
Which is, a side I don't really, you know what I'm saying? It's a byproduct of,
Hmm.
you being who you are, acting.
Hmm.
But I'm not sure I like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't. I still don't. I
No.
think it's yeah, especially because, sometimes the press and the paparazzi could be uh, uh working against you,
Hmm.
right? By
True.
um well, I know I've been the effect of uh, false things,
Hmm.
especially in Italy, right? Which was crazy at the time. It was kind of um yeah, but anyway, so that was it. That was the end of my my private life. That was it.
That was it at that
That
point.
was it. It was
Hmm.
insane.
It,
Insane.
you mentioned the makeup, and especially the scene in the apartment. Dario
Yeah.
visited you before the scene was shot and said he wanted you to have the makeup how Olga would have it. So, what was the inspiration that you took, and how long did you kind of play with the makeup to get what we seen on the film?
Well, the makeup was done, right, by the makeup artist, and
Hmm.
Dario had this thing. He would, come meet with me before the scene to make sure he was much of I mean, he is a perfectionist. So he will come in and will check you out, will check the costume out, and will check everything, right?
Hmm.
How I felt. We just a few words, didn't really say much. That's Dario. But what he said, who did your makeup? The makeup artist, right?
Hmm.
As usual. And he tells me, "Yeah, just do your makeup as Olga would do." And he said, "I'll come back. And he left. So I was left with that, right? And at first I didn't know what he was, what he meant by that. Am I supposed to like redo my makeup and stuff? But then I got it. He wanted me to really, by the actions, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Getting into the character. Obviously, I don't know. He wanted me to get into character, but I realized after, when I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm thinking, how is all that's when I got completely into the character.
Hmm. And it's memorable.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, that's what. But I thought that was genius
Hmm.
way to not um say anything. Just let me get to it.
Hmm. Yeah. No,
That was
and it
incredible. Yeah,
worked.
I've never been directed again that way.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very special. Dario is very different than other directors that I work with.
Definitely.
Yeah,
One of the
yeah.
all-time greats. When was the first time that you had a convention, especially when you reunited for an anniversary?
With him,
Yeah, as a
yeah, with
cast.
him, it was like let's see, the first one we did together, I think it was like 2000. Oof, I don't remember exactly. Maybe 2000. We did 2017. We did the Texas Frightmare weekend where we got award. It was amazing. Amazing. Like we had a mini Suspiria reunion because not everybody was there. But we had Dario, Claudio Simonetti, Stefania Casini, myself, and Udo Kier. So we did that one. Before that, we did the entertainment weekend, creation entertainment weekend, or something like that in LA. This was before. And then what else we did? Did we do something before that? And we did two times. We did that one, Texas Frightmare. Oh, we did the Beyond Festival in LA as well for
Mhm.
3 days of standing room only, sold out shows. That also was great. And we did a panel with Dario, me, and Udo Kier,
Mhm.
which was moderated or recorded actually by Mick Garris for his show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then, no, I mean, when Dario appears, he was in LA just recently on October 30th,
Hmm.
being honored at the Academy Museum, Academy of Motion Pictures.
Wow.
Yeah,
How big
yeah,
of an impact he's had, especially with this film.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think this is one of the most loved.
Hmm. I think so. Yeah, it's up
Yeah,
there for horror. I know you refer to it more as a dark fairy tale with a great ending.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, for me, it really totally is that.
Hmm.
And there are some critics or some movie um you know um study that say that it was inspired by Snow White with
Hmm.
the colors and stuff, and I tend to agree that it has the fairy tale, the dark fairy tale.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It does.
yeah.
Is this also because that's the main thing I always like to clear up things that you see online. Is it true that it was also inspired by a real life story of a woman who fled from a German art school or ballet place where she said there was witchcraft happening? Is that, have you heard
No,
that theory?
no,
Yeah.
no, no, no. I know that Dario traveled, I think, in the north of Italy, in Torino, and other area where there's a triangle that had something to do with the magic, and he did a lot of research for
Hmm.
that, actually. But no, I don't think that's true. No.
Okay. Yeah.
No, no, I mean, people, it's funny how things get altered as well
Hmm.
through the years and heard, or people that take it as true or not. Um, thing could be altered,
Hmm.
but I don't believe, no, that that's
No.
true. No,
Hmm.
no, no.
You were there. I mentioned it earlier about the 2018 with the remake Suspiria. It was more of a homage to it. How did you feel about the portrayal of Olga for the new film?
Well, it's a completely different
It's different.
character. Yeah, it's a completely different film.
Hmm.
Like, I mean, Luca Guadagnino, he added a time frame. He set it in a certain time. Suspiria is not set in a certain time. There is
Hmm.
no. Well, I mean, a little bit when the scene in the brewery where they're all dancing, but um, in Germany. But other than that, it's not a set time in Suspiria, right? And there's
No.
no historical. I think that he added that. He changed the characters. He changed the whole. Suspiria is more like how do I put it? The original Suspiria is more like uh, the girls, they do an investigation, they discover the witches, and she saves herself, right?
Hmm.
But Suspiria by Luca Guadagnino, the 2018, it's like a lot more macabre, and it doesn't have the same good ending or fairy tale flair.
Hmm.
Personally, I think Luca was like crazy, really wanted to do. He loves Dario Argento, and he really wanted to do a tribute to him.
Hmm.
And he really wanted to do the movie, but I don't think the movie did very well,
Hmm.
you know. But anyway, I was there at the premiere with him, with and all the other. It's great. I met some. amazing actors like
Hmm.
Tilda Swinton. I met her, and all the others in the cast, you know.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, it was great, but it was hard to watch for me. That
Hmm.
movie was hard to watch because I wouldn't call it a remake, as I
Yeah,
said.
more of a
Yeah,
homage.
yeah, it's
Hmm.
an homage, and one could like it or not. I mean, the cinematography is great. I
Hmm.
love the way, it has Luca's cinematography signature. You could tell, the photography is great. The actors, well, I mean, I love Tilda in the movie, and Dakota Johnson was great.
Hmm.
I mean, great, but didn't do well. I
Hmm.
don't think some movie need a remake.
I agree. Yeah, there's a lot. I think Suspiria should be standalone. I think it's an art piece when you look back at it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it really is. It really is. I'm very proud to be part of it.
Hmm.
Um, and it's it's brought me some incredible things, Suspiria. It's been magic from the beginning till the end, whatever
It
that means. Yeah.
it has,
Yeah, it has.
especially to get into other film work, Sister of Ursula. I wanted to touch on this film when you kind of found out because it's almost you went into the film, then the final product was it kind of
Different.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was different from what you thought because it became a little more, and I'm using a direct quote, sleazy as
Yeah,
that
well,
you guys really didn't know about that until afterwards.
oh my gosh, yeah, that was not cool.
Hmm.
That was not cool at all. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like I came out of Suspiria and I was like, obviously everybody wanted to work with me.
Hmm.
All the agents wanted me, but so I had the same agent uh, than another actor in the film, the Sister of Ursula, and they, we had a series of films that they made a deal with.
Hmm.
That's what happened. That not necessarily I would have done, right? The Sister of Ursula came directly to me, though, from the director, who really, really wanted me to play this character. And the character was quite interesting.
Hmm.
I actually liked the script at the beginning as it was, right? I really thought there was like a complex character. It gave me a challenge, which I like to have. And, I dug into it and I said, okay, let's do it. Da, da, da. And I felt totally betrayed
Hmm.
when I saw the end result because, they couldn't have even done that to add scenes in the middle of production after we all had signed a contract already. We were shooting, and you can do that,
Hmm.
right? I mean, but in Italy at the time, it happened a lot, unfortunately.
Hmm.
Sure, it wouldn't happen here or now,
Yeah.
but there were no, so, and I particularly resented the fact that I was, because of that movie and being the star of it,
Hmm.
um, it brought me, into an area that I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, not want to be part of that whatsoever. That's not the kind of actress I am. And then I felt like degraded in a way,
Hmm.
to be put
Yeah.
in that mix because of that. And I tried to fix it, but it was too late. So now I'm like trying to fix it for my own, I don't have to, but I would like to get the rights of the film
Hmm.
and re-edit it like the way it was supposed to
It was
be.
supposed to be.
Yeah, per the
Hmm.
script, which will really will be not that much of a deal. It will be pretty much the same,
Hmm.
except that some scenes that come out of nowhere,
Hmm.
right? And the whole whatever
Yeah.
sleeve part will be off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And but my people that have seen the movie and have seen me in it, they love it. And I say, oh, you don't tell me you love it. Said, no, you're great in it. You're great in it. I say, yeah, okay, I prepared and but how great can you be when though there is that,
Yeah. I get it.
So, but
Mhm.
you know, um it's done.
Yeah.
The director never really worked much after that.
Hmm.
The producer didn't work at all
Ooh.
after that. Yeah. And he's the one, the director actually didn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
At the beginning. But the producer, no.
No.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not
um,
surprised.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's, like karma,
It
right?
is.
You try to make more money by doing something like that.
Hmm.
Uh, Illegally, really. And then, that's it.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it went.
That's how it went. Cut
Yeah.
and run. How was it working with Michael Berryman?
Oh, on Cut and Run.
Yeah.
I really didn't work much with him, but
Hmm.
uh, I met him, and it was a whole experience. That was a whole other experience.
Hmm.
That was actually great, though my role again got cut short. I was
Hmm.
supposed to play another role, um, but then this it changed.
It changed.
It changed because at the time I didn't speak English as much. Uh, as well as I speak now, or uh, to sustain to sustain the whole thing, right? Which wasn't the real reason, but anyhow, it gave me the opportunity to come to US.
Hmm.
That's what I loved about that movie, right?
Yeah.
Because I went to US, I worked, and I saw what it was like to work in US
Hmm.
and with actors, like, and I remember I liked that very much because of it was much more professional.
Hmm. Was that when you
It's the
first?
professionality that really got me.
Yeah.
It was like a very well organized. In Italy it wasn't quite like that,
Hmm.
especially when in the years that I worked there.
Hmm.
um yeah, but no, Michael, I barely, you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
I had a couple of scenes, but
Yeah.
I we really, um but it was great for
Hmm.
what I work with. Was great. They were both great, Lisa
Hmm.
and Michael. They were both great. We had
Hmm.
a lot of fun working on that. Yeah.
So this was the first time because I you had your time out in Paris, then you went back to Italy. So this was your first time in the States?
My first time.
First time. Wow.
Yeah. I remember being in Miami, and I remember, like, they lost my luggage when I arrived. They lost my
Oh.
luggage. And so the production, the producer assistant, whoever he was, like, he took me shopping in malls here in you know what I'm saying, in
Hmm.
US, and we had so much fun. But yeah, it was great. I had a great stay, and I thought to myself, I might come back. I might come back. And then, years later, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because the Devil's Disciple, that's one of the new ones that you did. So how did you get involved with this project? And this was another cast of a lot of stars as well.
Yeah, a lot of stars in the horror.
Hmm.
Yeah, in the horror. Yeah, big time. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I got involved with that. I was coming back from Italy actually in 2000. The movie was shot in 2014, but then Joe Hollow did a director's cut and just now, right? Last year.
Hmm.
And that got a lot of attention on all the festivals and stuff. I won best supporting actress.
Congratulations. I was gonna bring,
Yeah,
yeah.
for that. And that was a good that was a good role for me.
Hmm.
So basically, I was coming back from Italy, and the direct. I got this through, I think, through Linnea Quigley. Linnea
Okay.
told me there was this guy, and so anyway, it happened. Right, we met. Yes, blah blah, and we we shot in LA. That's right. Yeah, it was great. It was a good project. I had to speak Latin uh,
Yeah.
and Italian, of course, because I was Italian. But I was a key character for the. That's what I liked about the movie.
Hmm.
My character, Serena Cuzzoni, was a key character for obviously I get well, I don't know, I don't want to spoil anything if people haven't seen it, but to unravel, you know what I'm saying, to yeah, I don't want to spoil because anyhow was a key character that helped identify the demon
Hmm.
that you know they were trying to they were trying to destroy, but uh, anyhow,
Hmm.
yeah, it's about demons.
Hmm. Yeah. Devil's
Yeah,
Disciple, of course.
yeah, of course, of course. It's about Lucifer, one kind of Lucifer who is a priest, and somehow my father was involved with that priest a long time ago, and I come from Italy to
Mhm.
discover, to meet, to find this priest, not knowing. Anyhow, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
When
that
can
was a
we,
yeah.
yeah. When can we expect your autobiography? I've heard that you've been working on this for a
Oh,
while.
it's on hold. It's
Mhm.
on hold. Yeah. I very much would like to. What happened is also I got lost all the stuff during during pandemic. A lot of
Oh,
stuff happened. Yeah, I had everything on a computer. My computer got um, just stopped working.
oh.
I couldn't. All the Apple stores and everything was you couldn't. So I found a service store, but we couldn't get nothing out of the hard drive. So I spent a lot of money. I said, "Oh, okay, I write it all again."
Hmm.
So I started writing again, and that's why I got stalled for a bit.
Hmm.
But I would love to come out with it as soon as I have it completed. I mean, it's all in my head.
Hmm.
It's all, partly is written. I'm writing it now on books.
Composition books.
Yeah, I'm not writing on the computer anymore.
Yeah, you can't trust technology. It could
No,
happen again. Yeah, and after that,
after that, no way, no way.
no.
So it's taking a while, and it's going to be some kind of different kind of biography because I don't have chapters.
Hmm.
I have moments that determine, that caused a change. in
Hmm.
my life. So I dive into that moment, and it's going to have interviews with other people. It's going to have some of my, movie, my career in it, but also a lot of personal stuff.
Hmm.
And it's going to be very inspiring book. That's all I can say so
Hmm.
far. Um, when I read some pieces to some friends or some other, um, they find it inspiring.
Hmm.
Because I had a crazy life.
Yeah, you
Crazy
mentioned
life.
that earlier. Yeah, in the beginning of the interview.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
overcame a lot of um, people who know me, they know,
Hmm.
right? But I feel like a cat that had 9 lives in one.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's how I feel. Yeah,
Wow.
but I turned all that into what I am today,
Hmm.
and I like to inspire people, and help in any way I can to, other actors, other artists, and
Hmm.
to overcome whatever
It's important.
difficulties. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm writing. And also to set the record straight on certain things, right? Because, along my life, when you're a public person, you get a lot of stuff said about you, and some is not true,
Hmm.
and some is mis misquoted.
Information.
Yeah, misinformation, and with the internet is even worse.
It is.
And so I want to set the record straight
Mhm.
on certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. The
yeah.
fans will be looking forward to it. And besides, because we mentioned the film earlier that's in post-production right now, what are some other things that you have that you're working on besides the autobiography? And because I know you want to get into more TV. Is there certain roles that you want to get into? Anything else that you're working towards?
I'd love I'd love to work again in Italy, first
Mm-hmm.
of all. And and here there is, I find that there are some TV shows that I could be fit to be in.
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, I'm not gonna mention, I'm not gonna sell myself, but I think I could, you know what I'm saying, bring
Mm-hmm.
something to those. And but I have a couple of projects in the works.
Ooh.
uh, and what was that? Okay, but one one is gonna actually bring me to Italy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Going back.
for the first part. Is also going to be shot in Miami and also New York.
Mm-hmm.
And another one is well, hasn't even been financed, that one, but it's a role that has been written for me specifically, and is a director that is up and coming and doing good work, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and and that would be great. But this one that's going to take me in Italy, that's like that's going to not only get me back to Italy for work, but it's also going to get me back on my track, on my career as an actor, because I'm not just I'm not going to say just, but I'm an actor. I started with drama, theater, and um, here I've been a little bit put in the can of
Mm.
horror actress, right? I don't consider myself specifically that.
Mhm. No, you've done a lot of work, especially
Yeah,
you also were involved with the gangster Italian gangster film too. That's like your favorite the genre of film to be
yeah,
in.
That's right.
Hmm.
That's right. That's why I like the NCIS and stuff like that because it
Yeah,
resembles that a lot.
it
Yeah,
does.
a lot. A lot. I think that maybe it comes from there. Maybe they might have copied.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Yeah,
I know The Godfather. It's kind of was if you look at that, that's just, was kind of reflection of that the film that you were part of. If you think about it,
yeah,
derived.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, you bet. Yeah. Well, films parallel what's going on politically and socially. And, the 70s were kind of a crazy time
Hmm.
there in Italy, right? But even before it was a different, uh, but yeah, a lot of stuff happened, a lot of creativity as well
Hmm.
in those years. But so I like to, get back on track with my career, whatever time, I have in this form.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To uh, do something good,
Yeah.
do something good. Yeah, quality work.
Mhm.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Quality and things that I could, also looking at producing more.
Mm.
Yeah,
Have you done any producing so
yeah,
far?
I
Yeah.
did so far. Small things. I executive produced the segment on December movie,
Okay.
like it's an anthology of like 24 horror films, mini horror films.
Hmm.
Um, and one of them is called For Death in Blood Red. And
Okay.
that's the one I mean. And so I executive produced that one. I also, what did I do? Yeah, some small, co-produced or,
Hmm.
like executive produced.
Hmm.
Uh, Very small. I mean, I had earlier on years ago, I got myself into producing major, we almost, but I don't think that's for me yet,
Hmm.
right? I like to produce quality, probably independent films.
Hmm. Yeah. What you're passionate about.
Yeah, what I'm
Yeah.
passionate about. I don't want to do anything that it's not, you know, it's
Yeah.
not my cup of tea. What can I say? Even at the cost of not working much, I like to still be picky.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, and I don't think it's
yeah,
fair too, not even just for you, but for a lot of the horror actors, because they put you in the umbrella of being a horror actor. I think a lot of actors in the horror genre are really talented, especially ones that you've worked with, like Tony Todd. They come from the
yeah.
drama
Tony
theater
was
background.
amazing. I met Todd. Yeah, Todd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah, yeah. I mean, they're actors.
Hmm.
We actors. We're not like, you know what I'm saying? I actually think that horror movies, no, really, yeah, sometimes, horror was considered. I don't think it is anymore. I
Hmm.
think now is included more.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. But, there was some kind of idea that horror maybe was a B kind of,
Hmm.
you know?
A long time, yeah, like during the probably like the 70s and stuff like that,
Mhm.
80s, yeah, it
Mhm.
was viewed as below.
Viewed as yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. And you know I never considered myself like a actress in B movies.
Hmm.
That's not it. I'm
No.
sure people don't like it either, other people don't like it either, but mainly one is an actor.
Hmm.
Then an actor could play horror, could play whatever, right?
Play
And you're
anything.
right, there are so many very good actors in
Hmm.
horror. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you're one of them.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
of course.
Thank you.
Uh, well, Barbara, is there anything else you want to let your fans know? Anything else that we didn't let the audience in on here tonight?
No, I think this was pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
You did the, yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's pretty much it, I
Hmm.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to thank you for coming on the show. I had a great time speaking with you about your
Well,
film work, and let them know where they can follow you on your social media and your website too. Do you have the fan club website?
yeah, I have a website is www.barbaramagnolfi.com. And there you can also purchase my autograph pictures that I autograph personally every time. And there's more about me there. You can find me on Barbara Magnolfi official on Instagram
Hmm.
and on Facebook, Barbara Magnolfi, my page.
Hmm. And make sure you subscribe and give her a follow and stay tuned to all the things that she has on the way. Thank you for coming on the show, Barbara. You're always welcome back on, especially when you release his autobiography. I'm looking
Oh,
forward to it.
yeah, absolutely. I'd love to come back.
Yeah.
It was nice. Thank
Thank
you
you. Yes, it was
for
nice
having
speaking
me.
with you. Of
Yeah.
course, anytime.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Barbara. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your night, all right?
Thank you. You too.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.